Hello, and welcome to Spirit Among Us. This week, we're talking all about forgiveness. Yesterday, we talked about the importance of forgiving someone quickly when they have wronged us. When they ask for forgiveness, or even if they don't ask for forgiveness, it's important for us to forgive them soon. Forgive them quickly. Now, in addition to that, it's also important to reaffirm our love for them. Honestly, this is a difficult thing to do sometimes. When someone has wronged us, when someone has sinned against us, whether purposefully or accidentally, it is often very hard to then turn to that person and tell them that we love them. And part of that is because it's taking an additional step beyond just forgiveness. I mean, really, we can all understand this. It's one thing to say, I forgive you. It's another thing to say, I love you, I am for you, and perhaps to even apologize for yourself if you had any part to play in the conflict. These are all difficult things to do. They all require a lot of humility. But this is something we are commanded to do. We are commanded to forgive others and then to show them love. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verses 5 through 8. Now if anyone has caused pain, he has caused it not to me, but in some measure, not to put it too severely, to all of you. For such a one, this punishment by the majority is enough. So you should rather turn to forgive and comfort him, or he may be overwhelmed by excessive sorrow. So I beg you to reaffirm your love for him. Okay, so here in 2 Corinthians, Paul is addressing the church, and he's talking about a situation where someone in the church has caused pain. Someone has done something wrong. Someone has done something sinful, and it's actually hurt other people in the congregation. And he's saying what we are called to do in response to that. When someone has wronged us, when someone has hurt us, we need to be not concerned about our own pride and our own justification, but we need to be concerned about their sorrow. We need to be concerned about perhaps they're going to end up feeling really guilty. Perhaps they're going to feel bad. And we don't want them to feel that way. We don't want them to be overwhelmed by sadness because we love them. So we should, in turn, instead of scolding them or punishing them, getting angry with them, we should comfort them. In addition to forgiving them and saying, it's okay, I forgive you, we are called to reaffirm our love for them. Here's the thing, we need to remember this. We are not God. God tells us that vengeance belongs to Him. So when someone has wronged us, we are not justified in punishing them in any way. Physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, you name it. We are not justified in punishing someone. That is not our job. The only time we are called to punish people is in child discipline or church discipline. Outside of that, there is no punishment because justice and vengeance and judgment belongs to the Lord. So instead of scolding people, instead of getting more upset and perhaps even trying to punish people, we must turn and show love to those who ask for forgiveness. We should turn to them and actually comfort them so that they are not overwhelmed by sadness. Now let's not forget the goal God has given us in all areas of our lives. Love. Let's take a look at 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verses 13 and 14. Be watchful, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong. Let all that you do be done in love. This is a great and high command. Let us never forget this command. Let us never forget the importance of letting all that we do be done in love. This is why we are called not only to forgive people who have wronged us, but to reaffirm how much we care for them, how much we want to have a good relationship with them, how much we love them. This is what we are called to do, because everything we do should be done in love. So, it is a challenge. It is difficult. It might be painful sometimes. But God shows us through Paul that it is important. In fact, I'd go as far as to say it is necessary that when someone has wronged us, not only are we called to forgive them, but we are called to reaffirm our love for them. Thank you for watching, and God bless.